You're going to love her. So, James, absolutely brilliant leading Team A, my friend. Vanessa, you've done a great job as well with Team B. So get clapping. We'll welcome Debbie Holt to the stage on 1, 2, 3, please, mate. 1, 2, 3, Vanessa. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Debbie Holt.
You've got to be careful with slips and falls at my age. So, this is lovely. It's really nice. It's lovely to see everybody here. I'm really glad I made an effort tonight. I did my hair, did my face, put a nice dress on, matching underwear. I always wear matching underwear for special occasions. You look a bit frightened, don't be, love. I know there's more chance of a medical emergency than me pulling. Don't worry. I'm from up north. I'm from a little village outside Manchester. And it's called Rochdale. Oh, yeah. Well, for them that don't know, it's famous for Gracie Fields. Woo! Yeah. You can tell the age of the crowd. Lisa Stansfield. Grooming gangs. And I had an idyllic childhood. You know, smoking, drinking, underage sex, just all normal stuff. And it would have been perfect, but my mum were barking mad. She were absolutely crackers, totally obsessed with her weight. And she were a proper yo-yo dieter. And I'll give you an example. 1980, she were North West Slimmer of the Year. 1981, she were Face of Greg's. And we just used to laugh at her. But it stopped being funny when she got obsessed with me. She had me at Weight Watchers when I was 11. I don't even think that's legal. But if I lost weight, we stopped at Chippy on the way home. But it did give me a complex. I mean, I wouldn't wear a bathing suit, I wouldn't swim, and that went on for years. And you know what? It's only recently that I've thought, for God's sake, Deb, get a grip. And I went swimming. Oh my God. It was wonderful. It was life-changing. It was exhilarating. And you know what the best bit were? My tits floated. Absolutely magnificent. But I know you're looking and you're thinking, what's this old bird up to? But as we get old, we start to get invisible. And I don't want to fade away. I want to go out screaming and shouting. So I set myself challenges. I've wrote a book. Woo! I've been on the chase. Woo! No, I didn't win. Bradley Walsh is lovely. I played live at Glastonbury. Woo! I strummed my ukulele in the car park and I'm having that. But my friend said that I think there's something wrong with you. And I said, well, what do you mean? She said, you've got like the opposite of imposter syndrome. And I thought, is that something? So I Googled it. Oh gosh, it's getting smaller. Dunning-Kruger effect. Essentially, this happens when you're bursting with confidence, yet your skills don't quite match up with how great you think you are. I don't know what she's on about. No idea. But my biggest challenge is that I've been married 36 years. Yeah, we met and married at Bobby Well, that's wrong, isn't it? We met and married within a year. You proposed...
Oh, you got married, I didn't.
Did you not?
I just turned up drunk.
I was there.
I wasn't... Shh, bro.
Sorry.
I think a bad idea, this. Can you go and sit at the back or something? Met and married within a year, and he proposed to me at Bobby Ball's nightclub in Rochdale. Do you remember Bobby Ball, Rock on Tommy? Yeah. It's not been cancelled, has it? No, I'll continue. So we're at Bobby Ball's nightclub, and he gets down on one knee. But you know something, after all these years, I can't be 100% sure that he weren't just tying his shoelace. But I took it as a proposal, and I had that wedding booked by Monday. But when we married until death do us part. I just didn't think it'd take this long. But I always knew we'd never separate. I always knew that we'd never divorce. Because neither of us wanted custody of kids. But we have had a bit of a wobble. Last month we had a bit of a wobble. He got really fed up with me. And he said I'd forgotten I'd got an husband. And it was either him or the comedy. Yeah, so I had to think about it. That ticked him off even more. And I thought, no, I've had him a long time. I'd miss him. You know? So I took the punishment. Yeah, he punished me physically, emotionally, financially. He made me take the grandchildren to Blackpool. But then we came to a compromise, you know. I agreed that I'd only do 2 gigs a week. But I've done 4 this week. But don't worry, it'll be all right. I gave him a blowjob before we came out. But he's changed, you know. I can't do this with him though. Can you leave, please? I'll do it this way. He's changed, you know. When I met him, he had a narrow waist and a broad mind. That's changed. It has. But just recently, it's felt like he's been socially awakened, and he's really angry with the government. And it's all to do with they've reduced men's alcohol intake. I don't know if you know this, from 21 units down to 14. And he's done the maths. He says that's 7 units a week, 350 units a year. The government has stolen 70 pints. 70 pints they've stolen off you men. And he's livid. He's joined a protest group. It's called Men Against Restricted Drinking Institute. Mardy for short. And all them Mardy men are going to march down to London and demand what's been taken be returned. Do you know what? I'm quite proud. I'm proud that he's recognised a social injustice. I'm proud that he's seen a wrong and he wants to put it right. But then I found out the real reason, didn't I? You're not ticked him off. You're not put him over edge. He was saving them 70 pints for a stag do in Benidorm. But some things don't change. I mean, he's fantastic around the house. You know, we bought a house, he totally renovated it, but he never finishes anything. Nothing. There's all these little bits that need doing. And the other night he's going to the pub and I said, before you go, that tap's dripping, can you sort it out? And he says, do I look like a plumber? And I'm on a roll then, aren't I? I'm on a roll. I said, what about that light bulb that keeps flashing? And then he's getting cocky. He said, do I look like an electrician? And I said, that kitchen cabinet needs adjusting. Look, it won't close. And as he run out the door, he said, do I look like a gina? I thought, stuff you. I went next door to Joe's. Joe's 40-ish, recently divorced. He waters his garden without his shirt on. He's a fine figure of a man. His wife said that she left him because he were boring. I don't think I'd ever get bored. Anyway, I digress. So he came round and he did all the jobs and he was smashing, it was brilliant. And I said, oh Joe, I said, can I pay you? And he said, no love. He said, bake me a cake or give me a blowjob. I thought, oh my goodness. So anyway, my husband came back home and I said to him, don't worry about them jobs, Joe's been round. And he says, oh, that's good of him. Did you pay him? And I told him what he said. And you know what he said? You know what my husband said? What kind of cake did you bake him? Do I look like a bloody baker? But I've changed. I mean, my skin used to fit. I mean, now I could do with a good ironing. And you know, back then it was all high heels and push-up bras. I mean, the first night I met him, my boobs were pushed that high, they were level with his nose. And you know, his chatted line, well, you'll not believe this, can I nuzzle in your bosom? Can I nuzzle in your bosom? And I still took him home. But now it's all flat shoes, big knickers and comfort bras. If you ladies have not got a comfort bra, please go and get one. It's the most amazing thing in the world. I feel I should work on QVC. It just keeps everything in place. It's just not the place it used to be. Yeah. But I used to spend a fortune on perfumes. Do you remember Lulu? Does anybody remember Lulu? God, it were ever so strong, weren't it? They smelt me before I walked into a room. I mean, now I spend as much on air fresheners so you don't smell me when I leave. I mean, it's an age-related thing. You get windy as you get older, you know. I'll never die of natural causes. I'll either I'm stuttering, I do apologise. I will either die of methane poisoning or I'll spontaneously combust. But there's always something as we get older, there's always something. And I went to the doctor's the other week and I had tonsillitis. And as she's looking down my throat, she said, I think you could do with a colonoscopy. I thought, how far down can she see? So I go to the hospital, we're doing the consent form, you know, all the ways I can die, all the things that can go wrong. And then he said, you may experience sexual arousal. I thought, it's really odd, this. So I go to the hospital, and I'm ready for the procedure, which I'm going to tell you, I had the colonoscopy this morning. I did. I mean, the preparation is far worse than the actual procedure, but on the plus side, this is the first time I have ever stood on stage and never been full of shit. But I was having the procedure done. He's got the camera up my bum. Has anybody else had a colonoscopy? I'm sure you have. Did you enjoy it, love? No, me neither. You did. So he's got the camera up my bum and he's having a right good look. And then he leant over and he said, are you all right? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. And then I said, I'm not sexually aroused yet. He said, don't worry about it, dear, I am. Some weird folk, isn't there? Weird folk. But I know you think, well, why do you do this? What my friend said to me, why do you run the risk of like nobody laughing or just being quiet? And I said, well, that's just like being at home, isn't it? You know, I do this because it makes me feel alive, it makes me feel relevant, and it makes me feel me. You know, that's the good thing. And I think my husband's a bit jealous of that statement. So I said to him, go and find something that makes you feel that way. And he said, I think I'll be a Morris dancer. I said, crack on with that then, love. So he goes down to Village Hall and all Morris men were there behind a table. And he said it was like an interview panel. And they were asking him questions like, I don't know, do you like real ale? Are you free bank holiday Mondays? Do you own an anorak? They let him try the bells on. He had the bells up his leg and he were doing some stamping around. They even let him have the handkerchief. They said he had amazing wrist action. No surprises. And then the main man said, just one final question. He said, are you circumcised? My husband said, well, actually, yes, I am. And the man shut the book. He said, your application's not successful. My husband says, but why? I answered all the questions. I tried the bells on. He said I had great wrist action. He said, you don't meet the criteria. To be a Morris dancer, you've got to be a complete prick. And on that note, thank you very much, my name's Debbie Holt.
Debbie Holt, everybody! Are you ready for one more act in this section, guys?